All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, Nigeria Watch family. We are back here again today. How you guys doing, Nigeria Watch family? Hello, my people. Nigeria Watch family, if you are right there with us, please help us to share this video. Let others know that we're right here by sharing, by hitting the like button. Give a reason for YouTube to suggest our videos to others. Please, that's the benefit of you. The reason why you have to press the like button, please. How you guys doing, my people? You're gonna see my face pretty soon. Just hold on one day. All right. And Nigeria Watch family, let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to be starting from Edo State. Then after Edo State, we are moving to Nigeria. We're going to be talking about a couple of things today, as you can see on the comment section, on the description. You can see that we have. In fact, I can call both of them a breaking news. The one from Governor Obaseki is also a breaking news. The one from Peter Obi is also a breaking news. But before that, let me acknowledge my wonderful people right here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I can see Mother of All, Mommy the Aspirant in the building. Good afternoon to you, Mommy. Or rather, good morning. Thanks for joining us. I can see Mary Kimade. Good morning to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Cynthia Habayomi, thank you very much for joining us. God bless you. I appreciate you all. Please help us to share. The link is right there in case you want to join us. But let's start from Edo State. As you all know, that we'll be talking about land grabbing for a while now. As we speak, I'm still working behind closed doors for land grabbing situation. A lot of people might think, oh, Nigeria Watch have stopped on that. No. In fact, we have not even started. So I believe the pressure is pulling the Edo State government in a good way. I like that. The pressure from us, especially from us, especially, I say that again, from Nigeria Watch Media, Nigeria Watch family. And the governor of Edo State is trying everything possible to put an end to the land grabbing that's currently going on in Edo State. So yesterday, Governor Obaseki have declared war against land grabbers again. Although this have happened before, whenever the governor comes out to talk about land grabbing, I want to stop it and all that, one or two things will hinder him, he goes silent. We don't hear from him anymore. Then he will come out again. Another thing will hinder him again. We don't hear from him anymore. Yesterday, on a stakeholders meeting, Governor Obaseki emphasized, elaborated on this land grabbing issue. And the beautiful thing about it is that other people in the hall actually elaborated, talk about this land grabbing as it's affecting us all. So we're going to start from there. We have two topics today that we need to analyze, starting from Governor Obaseki. Then we move to the breaking news that Peter Obi, have dumped PDP, for another party, another possible party. You see, I believe history want to repeat itself again as we speak right now. Do you know why I said history want to repeat itself? Remember, Governor Obaseki dumped APC and he went to PDP and he won. Who knows what is about to happen on this Peter Obi's own? He dumping PDP now. Obviously, he's not going to go to APC. That means, whether we like it or not, some of us that has been praying for so long, maybe God is about to answer our prayer because he's not going to APC. He have done PDP, the devilish party, and he's not going to APC, another devilish party. So that means he might go to a fresh party. Do you think that might ginger or trigger the effort of Nigerians to say, okay, this is the best ever decision. Let's support this man. I think something wonderful is about to happen in Nigeria. Guys, let's move to Obaseki first because we're coming to analyze this. I can see more of you right here. Edgar Nazis as well. Thanks very much for joining us. Father Evangelist, man of God, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your continuous prayers all the time. Appreciate you. Good morning to every one of you. Also, Francis, good morning to you. Agbon Tame, God's way. Thank you very much for joining us. God bless you. June Obaseki, thank you very much for joining us. God bless you. Good morning to every one of you. I appreciate you all. In case I didn't mention your name, please just understand. We are moving on right now. Let's listen to what Governor Obaseki have to say here. Thank you.
When we look back and thank God for the life of people like the late Archbishop Idahosa and what they have used, what God has used them to turn Edo into, that when you look through the South, the majority or anybody who is anybody in the Christian faith today passed through this city. So we see you as one of the key planks of our administration. I cannot be telling you about what goes on with the Christian body. You know more than we do. But we believe that it is only you helping us that can talk to the rest, that things cannot go on this way. So what we have done in the last several weeks is to now come up with, first, we have hired an international firm to help us with laying out a physical plan for the city. But I told them, I said, we don't want you to sit down and write a document for us. You will sit with us and we will plan together. Each ministry, each agency must come up with their own plans. As they will tell you, we have started. We did the sample. We've gone to some communities. And what we found has been quite disturbing. Take the first community we went to, Amagba. You remember we did the road into Amagba. The communities, they practically sold all the land in that place. Okay, we now say no problem. Let us even find out what is going on there. We send people every street to just check, every plot. The ones that have been built, the ones that are under construction, the ones that are not been built, went round. And what we found, I don't think is something we want to continue. People sold land there, but there are some places you get to, they even sold the road. You can't even get to those homes. We counted about 5,200 properties in that location, that community. That means in that community alone, there cannot be less than 25 to 30,000 people. There's no bank, only one primary school, no healthcare center, and 80% of the roads are, in fact, 95% are untarred roads.
All right, my people, we're going to be moving on. We're going to listen to more. Don't worry. Please help us to share. And thank you very much. I have some of my wonderful panelists already here with me. You can see Osasere, Ubewi right there with us. Good morning to you. Thank you very much. Namibela is right there with us. Vincent Otobe, thank you very much. God bless every one of you for joining us. Right, Israel, my brother, is right there. Good morning to you. Governor Obaseki is about to turn his back against those who thought that they are untouchable. Remember, I've always said on this platform that Governor Obaseki should please step on toes. I don't have any issue with this man, the governor of Edo State. No, I don't hate him, and I don't even have any reason to hate him. What I'll be crying for, what I'll be clamoring for, I want him to deliver, and I want him to step on toes. I don't care which toes it is. I don't care. I just want him to step on toes. That's if you have been following me for a while. I know some of you were thinking, no, Nigeria was not like Obaseki, because your own perception is different from mine. What I'm fighting for is different from what you are fighting for. I've always prayed for this man to step on toes, and he's about to do that. Although whenever he wants to do it, he's being hindered and he stay back, but he comes back, he's hindered again, he stay back, and he's back again now. Let's see if he's going to be hindered this time. He's starting from Amagba to Ohoromi and many, many more. He said it with his own man that I have declared war against land grabbers. And I cannot wait for this to happen. If Governor Obaseki can cement this part that we are clamoring, our plight, this particular part, alongside other things he has done in Edo State, trust me, Edo will sing his praises. Land grabbing and insecurity is the two things right now that is affecting us. And me, I'm very happy with this. These stakeholders meetings, I saw it yesterday. I was very, very happy. Let's listen further to hear what Governor Obaseki have to say here.
People have settled there. Now they are calling government. We don't have this. We don't have that. They cannot live. So the cost of now by paying compensation, by breaking houses, building is just too much. Then we set up churches or places of worship. There's no parking. So when people come, where would they park? They park on the road. They create traffic. So we are saying no. Join us. Let us now start a process of reordering the city. So this is an interactive session. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. We want to solicit your support and cooperation and prayers as usual, so that we can first replan our states and our cities.
When this administration came into full force,
I'm sorry, my people, I have to forward because I have the part that I really want us to listen to. So let's listen to this first.
Like this, it's going to affect existing churches and houses. So we need to know this plan we are bringing.
the master plan of what this government is doing, the master plan of Benin City. Let me also use on that, and that have all individuals started with when this present government came in. They did something wonderful that everybody applauds. That is the land grabbers. And of recent, it looks that the enthusiasm the government started with is reducing. I think that's where we started from. Because there are some notes or the natural canal have been blocked by so-called individuals that just believe that a boy day, nothing will happen because they have some backing. And that have really instructed or destroyed the plan of the government. And of recent too, there was also drainage system that was going on that as of today is a little bit, the enthusiasm they started with is also reducing. And those are some of these things are created problem for the master plan of Benin City. Let me also use Benin City as a case study. And you go to some places today also, some residential houses have been turned to hotel without building plan. How do they get to that place? And what this government is doing about it? And we also saw that some of the government agencies and ministry, they are on break in Dubai. If they are not on break, when I say they are on break,
you see, these are the kind of men I like. I can't remember the man's name. He was just saying it how it is. You see, you give some people mic to speak in this kind of communication, they will be blabbing. They will first use 10 minutes to pray for Governor Obaseki. Governor Obaseki, now God will bless you. Now this Governor Obaseki is wiser than that by now. Those of you who pray and pray and pray to deceive yourself first before you deliver the important message, Governor don't even like you. This man was nailing it. Let's listen further.
There seems not to be functioning. Because when somebody, a very small building in a residential house before, somebody come and buy it, and within a few times, it's erecting binding upstairs. And the government is not, the government agency or the ministry are looking. If not approved, or they pretend not to see it, I think that's part of the major problem. And they are also, sir, if I may really ask, of recent we hear some individual estate developers. Some of these estate developers, they develop a community, and they are not putting, I don't know whether they are liaising with the fiscal planning ministry or not. No proper planning, and you go to that place, instead, they are only interested in what they can get from that sales, not what they can contribute to that estate.
All right, people, let's move on. I would like us to see Governor response here. All right.
With time, we'll lock in. Thank you very much, sir. So, what do we do? What we are saying is we have started the process of sensitization so that we all know what government is about. And what I've heard you say is that you are committed to partner with government in this process of replanning the states. Is that so? Okay. So in so doing, the first thing is those of you who are already operating from certain premises, we need to sit with you. And I'll plead with the commissioner that you set up a special track. You can't mix the church with the rest of the people. You set up a special office. Let us now look at each case in each community. What do we do about buildings of places of worship that block drainage areas? Not only places of worship, if we come into a place now and say we are clearing everybody, but should we exempt the church from that? Okay. So we want to be sure, but nobody will single out church and say, no. We come up and say, show you the contours, say, this is the water path, this is what is going on here. What do? We will have sessions with the community before we take any action. 2, thank God the CJ's rep is here. For land grabbing, let me just tell you, I've gone to the IG. He's giving me 5 armored personnel carriers. You'll soon see them. We are building trucks with automatic guns on top of them. If you go to Idenya Street now, we have acquired the building, we have redecorated. It's a barrack for a special force that we host about 100 men. So I am declared a war. We are going to go big automatic guns on top of them.
Now, Yeram, Governor Obaseki just said that he has declared a war against land grabbing. What we need to do now is to pray for God to support him to execute this. Because this really needs to happen before he leaves office. It must happen. If not, you and I will not have peace in that Edo State. You can even see now that land grabbers are now even seeking for public office. Land grabbers. Let's listen.
We are building trucks with automatic guns on top of them. If you go to Idenya Street now, we have acquired the building, we have redecorated. It's a barrack for a special force that we host about 100 men. So I am declared a war. We are going to go. The Committee on Protection of Private Property has come up and we've taken a list of all the petitions. There are about 420 or so of them. We're reviewing each petition. We will go to those communities and look for those people. If they are bigger than government, they will tell us. And we now appeal to all of you, help us, give us more information so that we can calm this place. We cannot continue like this.
Of course, we cannot continue like this. And we are helping you, Mr. Governor. You don't pay me for what I'm doing for you in Edo State. I don't even expect you to pay me. I love my people. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. We're already helping you. Edo Light in abroad are helping you. Niger Wash family, we are helping you. That's why we bring this information to your doorstep all the time, to let you know what we are facing. In fact, if you really want to know what the Edo people in diaspora are facing, you must come to Nigeria Watch to listen, because this is where they pour out their plights. We are helping you. We have been crying for the past couple of years now. We have been mentioning names in the likes of Ohen of Okoromi. These are the kind of people that are supposed to be behind bars as we speak, but he's still walking majestically in the city of Benin, like the other man said earlier on, like, hey boy, nothing they happen. Now we the runner. Now we get this government. Governor Obaseki, if you think these people are not the owner of your government, please step on toes. That's all I need from you. I don't need any money from you. I want to be happy. I want my people to be happy. I want to see you step on toes. I want to see these people truly behind bars. That will put a smile on my face. These are the things you must take very, very seriously, because I know you watch me all the time. Your cabinet, everybody, they like watching Nigeria. It's a good thing. We are very composed here. We are very constructive here. We say it I raise. Even some of your supporters are not very happy the way we address you, because they forget to know that constructively you can counter and attack the government. They don't know this. That's why I don't blame them that much. I don't have anything against you. If you can do this, I'll be one of the happiest Edolites all over the world. I want these people who are killing goat every day, killing chicken, killing cow in their compound, in the expense of other people's pains. I want them to go behind bars. Is my wish. And if this can happen, Governor Godwin Obaseki, trust me, you'll be remembered, probably forever. Let's listen to this and let's move on.
Where people just wake up in the morning, they go in the community, take other people's farmland, bulldoze it, allocate it, and sell it and collect the money. If we don't stop them, tomorrow it is your own churches they will come after. So in the issue of land grabbing, it's the war. They are armed. We want to be more armed than them. Nobody can have more arms than government. They blocked natural canals. You saw, particularly towards Upper Sakoba, Sapele Road, you can see the devastation that is going on there. Because all that water, see where it's going into your churches, it's going to all sorts of areas. We will come back to you because we are doing a lot of extensive work, a lot of aerial mapping to show you how this flow has been affected. In terms of drainage, there's been a lot of work done. If you notice in some areas now, you see large ponds in Capiona, in what's it called, Rediawa, all sorts of areas. We're doing more, a few more come. So these are, in Benin in those days, you have what you call Ogodo, where this water has gathered. But they are all built up. So the water doesn't have to look for other areas. And sometimes it's inside your houses, inside your churches. So we are now looking at where it's been very expensive. The money we should have used in creating new towns, we are now using to dig hole to gather the water that should have flown into natural areas.
All right, my people, can you hear me? Can you hear me? My audience, can you hear me? All right, I think we need to. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Okay, good. All right, my brother. Let's just move on to this now. Mr. Akim, my brother, please join us. Tell me, what's your take on this development from government?
Good afternoon. Sorry, I'm in the car wash. You can hear the sound at the background. Can you get back to me again?
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you then because it's noisy there. Should we come back to you? Yes.
Oh, yes, please come back to me again, please. Yeah, please.
Okay, wonderful. All right, then let's start with Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris, thanks very much for joining us on this. I'm not sure if, Okay, let's see if we can move on to Manon Bende. Manon Bende, are you there with us?
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you? How's
Yeah,
everybody
I'm fine.
doing?
Good afternoon, my brother. Thanks very much for joining us. Please talk to us. What's your take on this new development from the governor of Edo State?
Well, for me, it's a good one, but I think it's coming a little bit
Too
late.
late. Yeah.
And we've been expecting this all these many weeks and months, especially from the way this channel and platform has been always putting their foot at the door to wake him up, to act and all that. I remember
Exactly.
once you went with the camera guys to the committee that was set up, and nothing really happened. Everything went down. So it's not the first time he's trying to do something. That's why I'm a bit skeptical, or that's why
Me
I'm a
too.
bit. He has tried to do things differently all the time, but somewhere along the line, everything fizzles out. No action, no result. These guys are more or less untouchable. That's what I think. So I want to say that for the first time, he's saying that he has declared war on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good statement. That's a strong one. But I'm not very happy that he's giving the Christian society
Strong.
a different track, because I'm not saying all churches are bad, but these people also, they are a big problem in Edo State, in the whole
In
Nigeria.
your Nigeria, yes.
Yeah, they want to be above the law when in fact they are businessmen. So for me, that statement that he made, he should correct it. They should not give them any what do you call it, special track. And if you have seen the video to the end, you see that the priest that was speaking on behalf of the churches actually was kind of telling the woman in charge. I think she's very tough. That, have you heard the governor said we have a special, you have to treat us in a special way. But madam, you have to remember that the governor is graceful. So you too, you be graceful to us. That's not what we want. We want a system that works for everybody. The law is above everybody. Nobody should be above the law, whether priest or priestess or anybody, because by the time they can step over it and step under it, it becomes useless. Some people just take advantage of other people's properties and even their lives. So for me, the governor has spoken well. We need action, nothing less. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother Manon Bende. I appreciate your contribution right there. Let's move on now to Alex. Mr. Alex, thank you for joining us. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Mr. Alex, are you there? Can you guys hear me? Because I'm calling some people, they don't respond. I don't know if it's my fault or I don't know. Okay, let's see. Kid Ola.
Thank you, my
Hello.
brother. You
Thank you
hear
very
me?
much. Yeah, there's noise on your background though. There's music or anything
Okay,
there.
okay. See, this land for Edo or Benin City,
Yes.
you see, corruption, it they destroy
Yes.
everything. Not be
Mhm.
say corruption are just to steal money or corruption are different. Corruption, if you enter a community or a state, it go wreck everything. You see, Edo State or the way Edo be. Now, Edo now, typical land of traditional kind of way of living. You know, if our elderly men those days, all this land, at least now community get them, now tribe get them. Benin are still kind of like tribal kind of society. You start no land free. Say, oh, this land free now. Everybody go to sell out. At least now some tribal people get that land. the audio way of those territory suppose make sure say this land wey dey their community, if they wan sell am, at least it go beat them when go know how they want to sell this land. Or if now, because still for Edo State or that territory, now still community, now still family, they get some of this land, farmland, that land, and this land. But when they come, they happen to say corruption can't even enter our traditional way of life, whereby agbakas, no, even the Ojo way they even the fear agbakas. You understand me? So when all these things happen for a whole society, corruption could just wreck everything. And if time not taken there, they don't already they kill themselves now for land issue. Though if you go jail yourself or they will beat yourself, you will they lucky. You know, how about other strong man to strong man won't come to the fight? They will kill themselves just for a piece of land that nobody really owns on earth. You don't say so, my brother. Now see corruption, still heavily corruption. But one thing, make a donor to the sell their land to foreigners. Because come a time, now your land now be your identity. Now your land now be where you come from. Now your land now be who you be. Because if you check a donor, what this is happen, all this land when they sell, who they sell and give? Not be real Edo people. When I mean say Edo people, the whole of those Edo, what make up Edo State. Sometimes now Igbo people they come buy them. Or some kind of foreign faces. We don't not even come from that Edo kind of speaking type of territory. You know, then where's your identity? I will sound out all they enter that area. You know, they take over. Slowly, they sell and give them. Edo State or Benin City, now city, whereby all the traditional people will make up Edo State plus Delta State, they come home meeting. Now that will be the identity of people will make Edo State or Edo people or people will come from that Edo area, Urubu, Esa, Esako, everything. If people will not know their face when they buy the land, where we will come say, yeah, that our meeting ground where the Oba of Benin is the supreme in that our traditional way of life. What is it? We will close eye. Let foreigners come take over the headquarters, whereby with the seat, when be our identity. You know how many wars where they don't fight to push people out when one can attack that territory? Push them out. Take years. But this new generation now, you don't tell when this thing don't come, but not be now. They don't sell everything, give foreigners. Then you will be indigenous of the place. You can't even be like foreigner for your own land. We don't want to be like Lagos. We won't be like who we are. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. Let's move on now to Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, are you available to speak to us right now?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mr. Alex. How are you doing, my brother? Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I greet everybody. I greet all the panelists. I greet everybody on the platform. I greet viewers.
Thank you. What's your take on this development from Governor Obaseki? He said he wants to declare war against land grabbers.
I don't know what to say. I'm just in between. I'm speechless because at the time there was a committee that was set, the PPP whatever committee, if you can remember, Nigeria was.
Yes.
Nothing was done. The same governor also sent 120 policemen into some forest. Nothing came out from those things to go and rescue people, whatever. I don't know for what purpose. Maybe the pressure from Nigeria Watch, from media platforms, criticism and everything, and he knows his time is ticking. 2 years is just like 2 minutes, So he knows that he really has to do something about land grabbing and the Fulani herdsmen. Maybe he's taking it one point at a time. I cannot really applaud him yet. I don't know. I will not call it a political statement because elections are coming. Let me see what he will do. I will just reserve my comments. I will not be fooled again. I will not be bamboozled again. Let me watch him. Let me fold my hands. By now we would have been hearing, instead of making this announcement, why not put this guy, the man in Ohoromi behind bars first?
Exactly.
Why not pick some? There was a time, let me give you a scenario. There was a time under Oshomole, because of the thuggery and the courtism and everything, it was becoming so much. Oshomole wiped Edo State off courtis. It transferred them through the former police, whatever. What's his name? This man from Benin. I've forgotten his name. I'm trying to remember his name now. Ariase. All the major courts were picked up. A lot of them were transferred. There was calm. For like 6 months, Edo State was okay again. So instead of making all these noise, why not give us actions first? You're supposed to come and say, we have picked up like seven Enogies. Three other whatever youth leader who these people have been terrorizing the whole state, grabbing people's land because of intelligent reports that we gathered. So we have declared war on land grabbing. This is what he should have done, not saying and declaring war. There's a barrack in Adenya, all those things. Come on now. Who are you going to tell that one to come and collect vote from? I'm not impressed. You should do something first. If you can pick up some chieftains who are into this evil heart. Land grabbing is a very demonic thing. I just want to let you know that people suffer to raise money. Diasporans, even people in Nigeria here, they suffer to raise money to buy land, and suddenly somebody comes from nowhere, destroy their property, seize their land, allocate it again, collect the money and put it in their pocket, and nothing happens. We have hundreds of cases. So this is not time for announcement. This is time for action. Do something first before you come for me to examine what you have done. In the next 1 week now, what are we going to see? Is it not the same thing? He has declared a lot of committee on different things. Nothing happens at the end. Tomorrow you will see him hanging out with the same guys. So, you have, when you've cheated a blind man too much, he will not know that what you are giving him to eat is dirty, not crayfish. So we've heard about all these things a lot. I'm sorry to say I don't believe him. I don't believe I don't believe the governor right now. Until I see actions, until I see people behind bars, until I see justice served to victims, until I see lands giving back to their rightful people who bought them. So vis-a-vis the coming elections, these are all political games. Unless in the next 1 week, I give him 10 days to put into effect what he just said. So I'm not moved again by political statements.
I support that statement, that your last statement. I support that 10 days. I want to see actions for us to be convinced. I support that.
And I want to use this means. And I want to use this means to send a message to the governor. Please, Mr. Governor, you are paying teachers. You are paying pensioners. There are two things. You are doing roads here and there. There are two things that are not good, two vital things that I want you to look into. This land grabbing and the Fulani herdsmen matters. Our farmers, food are expensive. This land grabbing is a must. You must touch it. That man in, what's the name of that community? Ahoromi, the man must be brought to book. He must be brought to book. I don't know how you do it, but a lot of cases, hundreds of cases. So, Mr. Governor, Fulani herdsmen are ravaging lands in Edo State. Benin is not Edo State. Osadebe Avenue GRA is not Edo State. Take your car out, travel around Edo State the way you did it during campaign season 2020. Do it again and see that you cannot even pass certain places. Please, I'm begging that you should visit these cases. Find a way to talk to the man in Abuja to record these people. We are not one, we are Edos. Let them not kill our people again, rape our women, drive them from farmlands, destroy their crops. It leads to inflation. So until people are brought to book, I have nothing to say about war against land grabbers. These are political statements for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother.
Nigel, I'm available now. I just want you to know that I'm available now.
Go ahead. Okay, take your position now, Mr. Akin. Thanks for joining us. Good morning to you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you, Niger Watch. Good afternoon to our brother Alex and is it Mano Bende?
Yeah, Mano Bende is
Okay,
here.
good afternoon, Mano Bende, and the rest of our panelists.
We have Kashia, we have Israel.
Oh, Kashi, Madam Kashi, good afternoon to you and my brother Israel Asemuta. I greet every one of you.
Thank you very
And
much, Mr. King.
I just want to say greetings to our consecrated. Let me use my borrow Niger Watch language. Consecrated comment sessionist. They had a very good time with them last night. It was a lovely time. Thank you to every one of you out there. On the issue that we are discussing right now regarding the issues of land grabbing, I think for me it's a welcome development. Where the thing is, I've always said this: if we want to live in a democratic society, we must also accept that in a democratic society there are processes. You must follow processes, and when sometimes it is very slow. It seems to be very slow. But it is far a better situation to be in that to live in an autocratic society. I understand that a lot of us are frustrated, and you know my view on when it comes to issues of land grabbing. And I think the governor, according to that town hall meeting that he was where he was making those comments. It seems like somebody that have been given some form of security intelligence regarding how these terrains look like. So maybe the police officers have told him that these areas are very dangerous for them to go to, and then he now have to provide resources for them. Those are some of the things that he was describing about the machine guns on top of the vehicles, and they need a special squad. They need to acquire a special place for these people to be able to tackle these issues. But it's okay. It's all like normal politicians talk. So every one of us, like you, I want to see actions, because what land grabbing does is that it hinders development. So like yesterday, when on the comment section, someone was saying that it mentioned a posh. It said a posh area in Benin, and I told him, I said, there's no posh area in Benin. I don't see any area in Benin that I can call a posh area. And this is one of the things that leads to this such problem, whereby people who have the financial resources to come and develop your society, your community, will be afraid to come in, because when they put money into it, people like this will go there and then they will start giving you issues. Okay, we've had a situation whereby even for contractors to grade road in their own community, they still want to collect money from the contractors. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So all of these things are things that hinders development. Have you tried to go land hunting in Benin? Say you want to buy land. You go into some communities. You see these young men. They're all on the street, like as if, coming out, looking at your car, you won't buy land. They'll be asking you, they find land. That is how bad it is. So all of these things, I hope that the governor is able to tackle it and tackle it successfully. But my problem is that I never believed in one man show. Okay, I want us to have an institution, so that when this governor is not there tomorrow, right, regardless of who is the next governor, this issue should not come up again. This is not the first, my brother. This is not the first time Edo is battling issue of land. It's been there for a long time. So why is it that government after government after government are finding it difficult to tackle this issue? And it's not like this is all over Edo State. We don't have these issues when it comes to Edo North. We don't have this issue when it comes to Edo Central. Even in Edo South, it's about 4 local governments. You can tell this is between the same set of people from the same set of communities that are perpetrating this havoc on Edos. And it should be, these people, they must be held accountable, and they all should be brought to book. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, my brother, Mr. Kim. We are going to be moving straight away now to the next topic. All right. While I'm doing this, I'm going to black out my, because the network is not very pleasant from here. Somebody
Mr. Nagawash, I'm here.
Okay. Yes, my brother. Israel, I beg, talk to us on this. Talk to us.
Yeah, thank you very much for this great topic. First of all, I have to align with Mano Bende and also have to align with Akin. You know, when we talk about, government being proactive, what you are doing here on Nigeria Watch and also the theme, it shows that how a democratic system should be. Why you become an opposition to tell the government to be more proactive on what they are doing. And also, we also have to understand that the government has what you called a process which they take, which Akim was talking about. For crying out loud, they gave us the kind of democracy. Democracy is what we should have think of when we are looking at this aspect now. The kind of democracy they gave to us, it doesn't make us look more democratic because it look kind of it's a bit shaky. If you go to a well-defined democracy in each country we all live in, things like that doesn't work. The government are very proactive in with the institutions which Akim was talking about. If you look at ours, it looks like the executive will go and arrest, the executive will prosecute, this one will do instead of we following the channel of democracy, which is executive, legislative, and the judiciary. It doesn't work in our own like that. Sometimes when you get these police arrest, you get these people arrested, you find out that the case, when it goes to the court, it's not being interpreted well. So it falls to the fact that the government as an institution of a state is not actually structured the way we're supposed to have a proper government. This is why these people are finding it difficult for themselves. Because I can see a lot of people are saying, let's go and take it, let people be behind bars. It doesn't work like that in a democratic way. All we need to pressure the government is to act proactively, to work together with this agency and make sure that these perpetrators are put to book in a more, with the due process going on. I can hear someone in the comment section say he has been been in court. You can imagine how it is, how suffering people we are suffering here, and this thing is not being done the right way. So we want actions to be taken, and we want our government institution to work well so that things can go effectively. I really commend what the government is doing right now, but I want them to do more. And also from the statement he made about certain people giving certain rights, I don't believe that. I don't agree with that. I am somebody who believes that the rule of law should take place, should be working. Everybody subject under the rule of law. Nobody should be giving absolute preference towards another person. They should be seen as us. We should be seen as them. So anything that happens in the society, and it ought to be that these people caused it, they should not be given any preference. They should face the law of the land, so as the other person, as an ordinary man. So for me, I think I align with Mano Bende on that notion that we should take that statement away. Everybody should be seen under the rule of law. Whatever happens in the state, everybody should take an active measure to make sure that we bring solution to it. I welcome the development, but I want more proactiveness, so that the government can know that the people are suffering. We are the people. We are the people who we send the government to work. They should give us that dividends of democracy, which we always talk about here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Now we need to move on to the next topic, like I said before. My people, Salotuna, going to be talking about the Peter Obi. I appreciate every one of you contributed to the Edo State issue, but let's just move on now to the general issue that is currently going on, trending right now, as I called breaking news. Peter Obi have dumped PDP for another possible party. We are not too sure yet which party is going to. So we're going to be talking about this, where other people that is currently here with us now can contribute to that, because some of them joined us because of the Peter Obi, not because of what is currently going on in Edo State. Thank you very much. Please, if you are right there watching us right now, help us to share this broadcast, help us to like, because the like is not pleasing at all, it's not encouraging. Please help us to like this broadcast and share the video as well. We can see that we only have 7 share, 7 share as I speak, and the like is not encouraging. Do that for us, my people. Do that for us. Peter Obi don't break the silence yesterday evening. You know, although nobody saw this coming, but I'm happy. I'm very, very happy this is happening because obviously I'll be dump PDP right now. Obviously, is not going to APC. And the biggest problem that we Nigerians are currently facing is PDP and APC. I'm going to black out my screen for now because of the network. But if you guys can hear me properly, that's fine. But my screen is blurring here and I don't know why. So yes, but I guess you guys can hear me properly. Just say yes on the comment section so that we can move on. If you can hear me properly, let's move on. All right. Right, my people. Peter Obi don't run. You know, I'm sensing something different though. Maybe something that happened in Edo State is about to happen in Nigeria. Remember, Governor Obaseki were oppressed and he moved from APC to PDP. Now, Peter Obi have been oppressed. Now, he moved from PDP, but where is he going to? So let's move on from here, my people. Let's start from this. Hold on 1 minute.
Politics today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Wakimalo in Abuja. Let's get to it, everyone. The breaking news we are following for you right now are some of the reasons why the shocker that we got today, which emerged from the presidential race in the PDP, where former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, has withdrawn from the contest for the presidential ticket of the PDP. He announced his withdrawal from the party's primary in a letter dated May 24th and addressed to the national chairman of the party, Senator Yocha Ayu. Besides pulling out of the contest for the party's presidential ticket, barely 3 days to the exercise, the presidential aspirant also announced his resignation from the PDP. He explained that he took the decision to leave the party because of his firm commitment to rescue Nigeria, even if the route differs. The letter in which he sent and signed to the party has since been circulated. You can see right there on your screen. Mr. Peter Obi pulls out of the race and have dumped the People's Democratic Party, PDP. We'll be getting some reactions to that right here on the program tonight. Stay with me, because all about tonight is analysis of the presidential race. We dig deeper into the People's Democratic Party, what this race means for the party, the governorship primaries across the state, and the controversies that have since emerged. We give you update as to the winners and the losers in the race. Those are vivid enough as we give them to you.
All right, people, let's listen to another video before we move on. I'm just going to be forwarding and skipping as well so that we can talk about this. I just cannot wait to talk about this.
And tonight is a lot of analysis for you. What we're planning to do is just to get you perspectives and give you insight into all you need to know as far as the race is concerned. Stay with me. We'll be giving you some very experienced views on the PDP, the delegates that are going to be voting. We did that yesterday with the APC. Tonight, we'll do that also with the PDP and give you who are those delegates that will be in the PDP. We have a very experienced and a chieftain, one of the elders of the party, will be joining me later on the program. But first, we'll look at the figures, the politics, the mathematics of the politics of Nigeria tonight before we get into all of that. And we'll bring you all the faces of those who have won in the PDP. First and foremost, I'm being joined by data analyst Babajide Ogunsanwo, who joins us live here in Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Jide, for joining us tonight.
Pleasure is always mine.
Appreciate it. Interesting year for those who think, oh, 2023 is not only crucial, but perhaps it will be like a make or mar for Nigeria's future, economically speaking, security-wise, and in a lot of sense. But generally for you, what do you see about this race?
Sure, there are a lot of ways we can talk about this. We could look at what has happened recently, Peter Obi. We could look at what is likely to happen in the next 48 to 72 hours regarding the PDP's delegates, regarding the APC's delegates. Will there even be anything going on at the Eagle Square? We can get into all of that. Or perhaps let's try and solve that first question. How important is zoning to these candidates. And from my perspective, I think I've got an answer that I would like to share with you, Seun.
Go ahead, please.
The answer lies here. My Nigerian passport.
Is this the old one? Why are you not giving me the new one?
Because I don't trust what you do with this passport. Well, if you take a look at this passport, Seun, I'd like you to open that passport carefully.
Okay.
And go to the data page.
All right. Yeah.
Do you see any information about my state of origin?
Well, this shows where it was issued, but nothing. Okay, your place of birth.
All right, people, I will pause that right there, and let's move on. Let's play the other video. I'm so sorry that the video are not playing, but at least you guys can hear the voice, which is a good thing. So we have something to contribute on. You know, let's listen to this.
Former governor of Anambra State and one of the top contenders for the presidential ticket of the main opposition People's Democratic Party has surprisingly dumped the party. Citing recent developments within the PDP in his letter to the party's ward chairman in Agulu Ward 2 of Anocha local government area of Anambra State, which was copied to the PDP national chairman Iyoche Ayu, the leading presidential aspirant says he was withdrawing his participation from the party's primary election slated for this weekend due to his commitment to rescue Nigeria, which was no longer feasible in the PDP.
I know I can turn around this country and put it from consumption to production. And as I go around the country, seeing the innermost potentials of the country, as go out back, sleep every night thinking, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this.
Obi was one of the 15 PDP presidential aspirants cleared by the Senator David Mark-led presidential screening committee last month. He has enjoyed a massive youth following across the country, especially on social media, while pushing across new ideas to revolutionize Nigeria. He has, prior to quitting the PDP, been on the nationwide campaign tour to all states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, except Adamawa State. Peter Obi was previously a member of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, upon whose platform he became a two-term governor in Anambra State before defecting to the People's Democratic Party in 2014. During his earlier defection to PDP in 2014, Obi had said that the issue of joining a national party was not about happenings in APGA, but because of his need to be a competitor and not a spectator in national affairs.
And he's already doing that. He's already doing that. To be honest, I think this is going to be the best thing that have ever happened to Nigerians, you know, because all Nigerians are seeing what is currently going on right now, that these people are pulling their muscles to choose whoever they want to rule, you know, but they are not seeking our own opinion. They don't care about what we think, who we want. So what Peter Obi is trying to do right now, because I know they are going to suffocate him, and they did, and he dumped them. Now, he has moved to another party. All right. So listen, guys, I just wish, to be honest, I wish Nigerians can just look this holistically and check where we all are coming from and take a drastic decision this time, and let us all follow Peter Obi to anywhere he's going. To be honest, anything to do with PDP and APC is a no, 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 and we should stand by that. Nigeria will remain the way it is if we follow or mistakenly vote for PDP or APC. Let me read this article right here. I can see some people calling me already. Please, you have to hold on. Picking calls on this kind of analysis, for me, is a distraction. So, Peter Obi, according to here, why I quit PDP presidential primary, Peter Obi. Let me read from what I have here, my people. Then, before I give opportunity for my panelists to talk about this, former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, has explained that recent development within the People's Democratic Party were responsible for his resignation from the position up from the opposition party and withdrawing from its presidential primary slated for end of May. Obi was one of the 15th PDP presidential aspirants cleared by the Senator David Mark-led presidential screening committee last month. However, the ex-governor, in a statement addressed to the PDP national chairman Ayorisha Ayu, explained that the recent development won't make it possible for him to make a constructive contributions. The letter was titled Resignation from People's Democratic Party, PDP, and withdrawing from the presidential contest under the umbrella of PDP. Obi said, and I quote, "I'm writing to intimate you all of my resignation from the People Democratic Party, which was conveyed to the chairman of Agulu Ward 2, Anaosha Local Government, Anambra, effective Friday, 20th May 2022. Consequently, I am by this letter informing you of my withdrawing for the PDP presidential primaries. It has been a great honor to contribute to a nation-building effort through our party. Unfortunately, recent development within our party make it practically impossible to continue participating and making such constructive contributions. Our national challenges are deep-seated and require that we each make profound sacrifice towards rescuing our country. My commitment to rescuing Nigeria remains firm, even if the route differs." Then we continue. That is our, I don't know, let me just say Peter Obi still talking. And I quote, "I wish to thank you personally for your graciousness and leadership. I wish you well and best of luck in the service of this country." Some group had bought the 40 million PDP presidential nomination form for Obi last month. PDP presidential aspirants include former Vice President Abubakar Atiku, two former Senate President Bukola Saraki and Ayim Pius Ayim. Governors Aminu Tambuwa, Sokoto, Yeso Wike, Rivers State, Bala Mohammed, Bauchi, Emmanuel Udum, Akwa Ibom, businessman Mohammed Hayatu, then former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayese, Sam Onabuwa, and Dele Momodu. The party had thrown its presidential ticket open of late, attracting rebuke from socio-cultural organizations like the Ohanize Idigbo, which maintained that political parties like PDP and All Progressive Congress should zone its ticket to the Southeast geopolitical zone. My people, that is the reason why Peter Obi have decided not to continue under the umbrella of PDP no more. I just want us to move straight to this and talk about this. I'm going to be starting with Kashi. Kashi, how are you doing this afternoon? Thanks for joining us. Talk to us. What is your take about this dumping from Peter Obi? What do you expect from Nigerians?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ninja Watch. Thank you to the panelists, the viewers, and everybody in the comments section. And good morning to you all from wherever you're watching us from today. Personally, I think Peter Obi is overrating himself. The sad truth is that the winning party in Nigeria is either PDP or APC. There's something called sacrifice. Yes, Peter Obi from his statement just told us what we already know. He just confirmed to Nigerians what we already know about each party having their own cabal that controls everything that happens in the country. Yes, we already know this, but Peter Obi just confirmed it to us by this resignation letter. But the truth is, if Peter Obi wanted to help in any such way, there's something called sacrifice. He should have just tried and managed to stay put because he has a better chance winning in PDP than any other new party coming up. Because PDP or APC, they have the funding, they have the connections, they have the caliber. Just name it, they have these things. That is just the sad truth. He might not be right. Yes, these people must have caused us a lot of pains, whatnot in the past, and still causing us pains right now. But many of the people pushing him on social media, Peter Obi is the man. Time to vote, which they're not going to come out. And many of our youth, most of them, they all live in the diaspora. Most of them not go come out when the time reach. So I really just feel he's overrating himself. I think people are pushing him, although or maybe he has something in mind that we don't know yet. So let's just watch and see how the whole thing unfolds. But that is my 2 cents
All right.
about
All right,
the whole thing.
Kashi, before you go, Peter will be moving from PDP to another undisclosed party yet. Don't you think is the best decision? Because, for example, look at the calibers of the people that is with him there. People like Atiku, Saraki, Wike, and many, many more. You know, and you don't know, like you said before, you are not sure what they might have discussed behind closed door. What must have pushed him away to say, okay, let me just go for it.
From his letter, he already showed that they are suffocating him. He already showed that they are giving him conditions that he cannot accept. It's very glaring in the letter you just read. You know, it's very, very glaring. But I am saying the sad truth. The sad truth is PDP and APC is the winning party unless we youth are ready to come out and surround this man. But now only talk with the talk. When time reach, how many people go show?
Okay. What Kashi is saying, I partially agree, because most of us, we talk a lot, especially on social media, but when it comes to the action, we don't act at all. You know, but still, let's hear from someone else here. Brother Chris, can you hear me? Chris, you need to unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Chris, you need to unmute yourself if you're there so that we can hear you. Tiobala, we are hearing ourselves back from your side. Please sort that out before it gets to your turn. You know, I think Chris needs to come back again, because I don't know, we've called him twice and he's not responding. Chris, please come back again. I'm removing you for now. I think your network have an issue right there. Okay, let's move on now to Israel. Israel, what's your take? Peter Obi dump PDP.
Can I just give it to someone else? I'll be the next person. I just want to do something.
All right, good. Let me talk to Alice. Alice, are you available for us?
Yes, I'm very available. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my brother. What's your take on this Peter Obi's decision? Do you think is the best decision so far?
Yeah, being a gentleman, and I don't see him as a guy that likes argument or that likes, that is a tough guy. Maybe a lot of things have been, shown to him, and he couldn't bear with those things, and he just want to move elsewhere. He's being suffocated. That's just the truth. Yes. Atiku will not rest. What is Atiku looking for in the Aso Rock? What did he leave there? He was a vice president, for God's sake. Atiku is one of those that has kept Nigeria in electrical darkness over the years. One of the people importing generators in the realms of rumor. Atiku has been indicted in America severally for money laundering, covering the case left, right, center. At the time, he was living in Dubai for a long time. What's Atiku looking for? He has been contesting since 1992. So he should forget it. He's old. Should take care of his grandchildren. He should go and enjoy the remaining part of his age. He's old. So I don't know why they are suffocating this guy. Even if I'm not a fan of Peter Obi, but the guy, I think they should allow him. Since they didn't allow him, they are telling him things. Maybe they want him to sign certain things they cannot sign because of his conscience. We are not there. We don't know. We are just speculating. We may not be far from the truth too. So the guy has been a gentleman. Okay, let's see how he pulls the strings. Even if he doesn't win, what he has done is a good. This is what Osinbajo would have done: resign from being a vice president since Lekki Toll Gate massacre. Since things have been bad, the borrowings. Osinbajo, I'm sorry, I'm deviating. This is a mark of a man who is honest. A man who means well. You just throw in the towel. We don't have it as a culture in our political history, but you can start it. This is what our governor in Edo State ought to have done all this while with the killings by the Fulani herdsmen. He ought to have resigned. So let's use this resignation of Peter Obi to start resigning culture in our land. When you are not doing well, throw in the towel. Don't practice sectatism. Sectatism is ability to cling to power no matter what happens. It's wrong. It's very common in African politics. So I'm only taking this, him resigning as a good thing, like it has come into Nigerian political system, like in the presidential level. It should also come to the governorship level. If a man who was once twice a governor, a vice presidential aspirant, not a presidential aspirant can resign, come on, people should start resigning so that, I mean, then later on they can give reasons why they are resigning. So he does not want to play the cards like business as usual. He's going somewhere. I hope he gets what he wants to do because the guy seems to be serious. So when you are being suffocated, when you cannot step on toes, you resign. That's my point. So the guy has done it. I would like to hear from him, you know, where he's going next. He's one of the leading, you know, power forces, like those who are being targeted as the next president. So it's like a threat to many of these corrupt cabal. Now he's going away because he cannot take it. So I really salute his courage. I salute his gentlemanship. I salute his, you know, his integrity. Even if I know that no Nigerian politician is not corrupt, they are all the same. But what he has just done shows that having bought a form for 100 million or for something million, he's resigning. He will come buy form again in another party, or he may not even contest again. We don't know. So, like people say, we talk on social media. We talk on social media. Many of us who talk on the media are also doing our bits, you know, right on ground from the grassroots. We cannot. Some of us are not good in blowing our trumpet. If I canvass to my street people, will I come here and say it? I will not. If I have my PVC and my family members have their PVC and I ensure that, I can't come here and say it. I'm blowing my trumpet. A lot of people want to do something, but they are being discouraged. On that election day, you see here sporadic shooting of guns. People will be killed, intimidated. This is why people don't want to be part of it. Not that they don't want to choose. If you watch, I mean, during 93 presidential election that brought MKO, who the president who never became a president, Nigerians came out en masse because they were hungry for change. Even the one that brought Buhari, Nigeria came out in mass. What have they got in return? When you are doing something and you are not seeing results, you'll be discouraged. This is the reason people don't want to come out sometimes. They want to watch football on that day. They want to stay in their houses on that day because they've been doing it. There's no result. That's not to say we should give up. So when you criticize people for not coming out, also check what they've been doing. During SARS protests, the youth came out en masse in millions. After that, they were killed. What happened? The cases were swept under the carpet till now. Not even international community could even protect the Nigerian young people who were killed. No justice. So the young people want to vote. They want to be part of history. They want to be part of the political process. But they are just being scared of being killed. Again, they are being scared of their results, not their vote not counting. Again. So we've been voting since 99. What have we got? Have we got security? Have we got education? Have we got medical care? Have we got, you know, common things, basic things, water to drink, education? Have we got infrastructure? Is it not the same lies? Who will not be discouraged? So we have to, while we condemn them, we should also encourage them. That is not, you know, it's not as they are seeing it. You cannot go and correct somebody who is dejected, frustrated by condemning the person. No, you have to reach them in love. Tell them we can do it again. So Peter Obi, I salute him. I want all governors, all senators, everybody who is going from one post or the other to learn how to resign. When the heat is too much, resign. I mean, you come another day, and then you have more integrity, more followership, because everybody know that you are a man of integrity. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Please, no, just hold on, please. Mute yourself. I have someone on the phone. Let me. That's for advice. Thanks for joining us. Good morning to you, my brother. Talk to us.
Good afternoon to all the panelists and you, Niger Wash. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Peter Obi have done well, because from the look of things, Nigerians don't want to vote PDP or APC. They are just like brothers and sisters. They move from here to there, from APC to PDP, PDP to APC. Nigerians are tired of these people. Peter Obi is a big force. Obaseki as a case study. It was we in the most people in diaspora that were calling their people at home to vote for.
Exactly.
Vote for
Obaseki. Yes.
And let's have one thing into consideration. Peter Obi was invited to number 10 Downing Street, the UK powerhouse. He was invited there. He just came back from that mission, from that he had a meeting with the Prime Minister and some other people. He just came back and he stepped down from the PDP.
Yes.
Don't you think something is fishy?
Something is fishy. God bless you, my brother. Speak on.
Yeah, don't you think something is fishy? Because maybe the UK government are even tired of these two parties.
Even Bill Gates said it just a couple of days ago here that they are invested $1.9 billion in Nigeria. Nothing came out of it. So he forbid Nigeria. So I believe United Kingdom government have talked privately with Peter Obi that we are tired of APC and PDP with the rate of suffering and killings in that country. If you want us to support you, you must come out in another party. I guess so.
Yeah, that's my own take for that. Then when we talk about the acceptability of Nigerians, I wrote something on my wall yesterday. I said this our political problems. It's not we the masses that vote for these people. Do you know the problem we have? The major problem we have is that just a selected few people are the ones choosing who we are to vote. How we just APC primaries now is just about 700 and something people. They are to decide for us 208 million people, because the party they are just saying that we are the one that voted them. No, it's the party that selects these people for us to vote. You understand? And for Peter Obi, let me emphasize on Peter Obi. Peter Obi has a force from the youth. The youth are canvassing votes for him. And I see some top celebrities like Tunde Ednot, I see Peter Okoye, the P-Square. Those people they want Peter Obi to come up. Yeah. Because we are tired of this APC and PDP. But the problem he's going to have is that which party is he going to merge with? Because Mr. Nigeria Watch, one thing about Nigeria, about democracy everywhere is that it's not about you going for the presidency. You might win the presidency, but what of the House of Assembly, the Senate? Because you cannot be a president and you don't have the legislature under your palm. That's the problem. What Peter Obi should do now, because there is no more time, he should call on his friends, his associates, all over the world. They should come home and vie for different positions, because he needs them. Because if Peter Obi wins presidency in NNPP today, he will have to compromise with either the PDP or the APCs in the House of Assembly. That's why they can never be president of Nigeria. I keep saying it. Only you one cannot do it alone. You need governors. I know what Peter Obi is venturing now. He needs finance. And I guess that maybe the British government are backing him up with finance, because you see this 100 million that they were showing to using to buy form in APC.
Yeah.
Those are the funds that are used, that's going to be used for the election. All those 5,000 naira they are going to share around, those are where the funds, it was just an avenue for party members, party chieftains to negotiate for the various positions and support the party to have more money to share for the electorate. Peter Obi did well, but what he needs now is total support of we, especially the youth. I'm begging the youth now. This is a time for we, the youth, to stand by him. But unfortunately, social media saga, BB Nigeria is coming up now. We will be distracted. And please, on the 30th of June is the last day for you to register your PVCs. Without your PVC, you cannot vote. There is no putting vote on the social media. Please, get your PVCs. Even if let's try and vote for Peter Obi. The guy is good. He's good.
Thank you, my brother.
That's one the kind of person we need now. We don't need all these old people that keep on telling us the same story every year, every 4 years. No, we need change, a drastic change, a total overhauling of the system. That's what we need. Many people should fall in line with Peter Obi. Come home, participate in the election, vie for different positions. Because any political party that does not have governors, senators, House of Assembly members, it goes nowhere. You don't have the money to fund it.
All right.
That's where the money comes from. You invest in the party for you to have the structure.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
He did well for stepping down. That's a man of integrity.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's listen to someone else. Thank you. We have Chris calling us right here. Good afternoon to you. Please talk to us.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
This is Chris calling from Dublin. Thank you once again for being able to contribute to this program.
Thank you.
Wonderful talk you have out there. I want to agree totally with the person that spoke before this call. I think it was Israel. I agree totally with all his positions. And also I agree with Kachi. But however, we have to understand the impact of resignation on good governance. Just imagine if Buhari or the people, the so-called good people like the new Sibajo that is in Buhari's government, imagine if those people have resigned. Just imagine the impact it would have had on Buhari's government. It could have created a lot of changes in the government.
Yeah.
But people giving excuses and saying that, oh, Sibajo is a good person, it's just that is. If you are working with a bad person, why not resign? Is Buhari also forcing him not to resign? Is Buhari stopping him not to resign? As long as I'm concerned, if you are part of a bad system, you are also very bad to have remained in that bad system, because resignation helps to push for better quality leadership. So that's just now. So Peter Obi resigning from PDP is a very strong positive message. It's a strong positive message because now there's no longer going to be any excuse. Because some people are saying APC, PDP, they are the same. Now we have somebody that's presenting a completely new front, a different front. There's hardly anything you can link to this man. Nobody can be 100% perfect. But from his, from the way we see him, from his demeanor, you can say he's the man of the people. He moves around. He doesn't fly business class. He's everywhere. He takes taxi. He takes public transport. He's everywhere. He communicates. So we shouldn't make the mistake of voting another godfather again. Just imagine somebody like Atiku now. He has not bothered to grant any interviews, just doing his own because he believes on the power of dollars. So Peter Obi is a new change. It's a new change that we almost embrace. Now the number of registered voters, the youth occupies like 55%. Just imagine if you have the likes of people like B-Square, Davido, and all the other big musicians. They're coming out to galvanize behind Peter Obi. The election would have been won and dusted, but the way the whole thing is structured around the PDP and the APC, I don't see Peter Obi even making any headway. Now, it was very, very critical that he resigned from good party. Because if he had from PDP, if he had remained in the PDP, there is no way he would have gotten the ticket. And after the primaries, he would not have any option of joining another party again. So this was the best time for him to have done that. Because by June 3, everything is over. And there's never smoke without fire. Now, he just went to the UK and he came back, and the next day he resigned. Downing Street, they don't just invite any person because they want to invite any person. Something must have happened. It was a masterstroke, and Peter Obi has done well. The culture of resignation must be ingrained in our society. That's still why I always have to bring it home. That's why I look at Obaseki and laugh. How can you be a part of a government for 8 years and you come out to come and tell us that certain government was corrupt? So it means you are the person that's corrupt. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Chris. Thank you. Let's move on now to my panelist here. Israel, please take the floor.
Yes, thank you very much. I really applaud Mr. Chris for that, statement. It was very, very nice. And also, let me just quickly correct one thing from one of the panelists that said the people are afraid because they don't want to vote again. What happened in the NSAS? These are the things. The reason why you and I are talking here today is for change. And we have always been saying it right here, that these people, we are fighting for them, and they must be ready to take the bull by the horns. You understand? When injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. The resistance is what we are doing here. The little opportunity we have outside that country, we are pushing it to these people. Now, Mr. Chris said something about the P Square and everybody joining hands together to form to join hands with Peter Obi. I support that. Now, let's go back to the United States. If you look at the United States, the way the system is structured, when these celebrities queue on you, to God and man, you must get it. This is one thing that our Nigerian musicians or artists, they're supposed to know. They are also way of changing status quo in that community. That's what Fela was doing, but nobody was screaming along Fela. During the NSAS protest, most of these celebrities were among these protests. At one stage, they gave up. Why must you give up? This is the future, the future of your children as well. So we shouldn't say because something happened, we just go and hide. Or we are talking in our own neighborhood, we're not going to say it out. Say it out. You're also making it more popular. So the issue of Peter Obi leaving, I applaud him as well. I'm not a fan of the PDP or APC, but in that PDP structure, I see Peter Obi as one of the most potential that can change the status quo like that. You can see everything he brought out. Even some people might say he was, overrating himself. But we have to look at one thing now. Nigerians, looking at these people that are there, cabals, they are not even there to come and bring out policies. You see the policies I'm always hitting on. None of them. Are you going to talk about, what's his name? The governor of River State? Give me power, give me power, give me power, give me power. Then you have the likes of Atiku that has nothing to, nothing to write home about. Just cause Saraki and the rest. None of them. So what are we trying to say? I'm happy that he resigned now, but where these people are getting us is because these people that have intelligence on how to structure a system, they are not united. That is where this APC and PDP, they are happy. Because when you have the likes of Peter Obi on this side, maybe Omoyele Sowore, who has a clue, is on the other side, they will be happy. But if these people join forces together, you will see that all this one that they are holding umbrella and holding broom will sweep them out of the system. We need to join hands with them. We need to start talking now. I'm happy that he left. But the point is, but the other thing I'm sensing allegedly, if he's not swinging to the other third party now, which is the NNPP, headed by Jega, Galadima, and Rabiu Kwankwaso. This is the problem because you're still having the same cabals inside there. How are you going to lobby with these people? Which political party are you going to go in now to have a formidable strength so that the people can queue on it? This is my fear. So we Nigerians, we must have it in mind that what this guy just demonstrated now is a way of changing the status quo. And this is what I want. Break out from them, because these people, if you romance with them, you are going to end up in Egypt. You will never see the promised land. They will so do it. They started doing wudu. I knew it when they started saying now we are not going to put in zoning. Even Dino Melaye was against it. Don't zone this till let us, because they are already queuing on their principle because of you want to gain something. You don't just want something that will be good for the benefit of the Nigerians and even their generations to come. They are not queuing on that. Go and watch what Akitiku said when he declared. Then you are going to understand that these people don't mean well for Nigeria. He said they only have one last hope. Now, otherwise, before you know it, they are no more in the system. So that last hope is for them to gain it for themselves. They don't even care whether you are there. So this guy resigning, he shows that we can break out from these people if we are determined. But the only problem is, are the Nigerians, which are the youth, are they ready? Because the only thing they know is 50 kg bag of rice. Just give it to them. The rest is history. Baba, now you be me, ma. You want to go and vote, but you don't know that you are sowing your 8 years of happy birthday again. This is my fear. And this is why it pains me so much that these people, they still don't have a clue of what these people are taking from them.
Thank you.
Whereby these same cabals, they will come abroad lavishing your money. Go to the Panama paper and see the names of all of them there. You'll be surprised. Putting money offshore. And yet, one of our panelists said the other day, Nigeria is poor. It does not happen. All this money that is been, all this billion that is looted, that is coming out from that, now snake they swallow, huh? We should ask ourselves, can we be suffering here? And some of you, when you go out, they will tell you, hey, go back to your country. You'll be saying, you're a racist person. If your country was good, why would you not go back? Why will you not go back? And this is the same person, when they want to have a meeting, they will not have it in their country that they are looting from. They will come back, they'll come to abroad and come and sit down and do meetings and go back. A presidential aspirant moving from north to south now, whenever he wants to take medical checkup, he's coming to abroad to take it. Please, it's high time we should think of what to do. Cue on the people that have that clue of changing the status quo, of giving you back the dividend of democracy, of giving you back your fundamental human rights as citizens, not seen as animals or used as bargain trade. We should wise up. What happened to us? The giant of Africa has become the millipede of Africa. Slow. Please, Nigerians, wake up. Go and get your PVC. Some of them will come and, you don't have PVC. Don't worry. Just keep on doing what you want to do. Because the future, if it fails now, as the Italians will say, arrivederci. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Let's talk to Alex. Alex, please, what's your take on this? It will be moving from PDP to another party.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Do you think this will be beneficial to Nigerians?
Yeah, the guy has shown something that has not been done in Nigerian political history, especially at the top echelon of our politics, in the presidential realm. For somebody to resign, whether in an aspirant capacity or in an already presidential capacity, is something that is commendable. He won my respect. I doff my hat for him. I'm happy that somebody can be selfless, can bring the people before his own interests. This is what I'm clamoring for. And I never said that the youth shouldn't come out because of what happened in NSAS. What I said is this: if you are reaching out to people who are frustrated, you shouldn't condemn them. You should reach out to them in love, in explanation of the future. Some of them are dejected. A lot of you on this platform are talking from your comfort zone, from different countries. I know it's not easy there, but it's better than Nigeria. You have electricity, you have water to drink, you have security, you sleep with your doors open sometimes. So these guys here have been subjected to a dastardly way of living by this wicked government over the years. So they are frustrated. Mentally, they are demented. Many of them are not even normal anymore because of hunger, poverty, starvation, hopelessness, suppression, oppression. So when you are reaching out to them, you have to reach them in love, not condemning them. Don't say it's only a bag of rice, No, you don't tell it. You don't want a thief to change by calling him a thief to his face. No, there are ways you do things. So we will converse to them, but we will do it in love. We'll bring them out in love, the way we did it during Obaseki election in 2020. Many of you sent money home. Encourage them. You talk to them. It's not about the money now. You just encourage them. Let them know of the risk, the danger of them not coming out, what the future poses for them not being part of the system. So I want to appeal to the youth. The future is very close. We can make change. Peter Obi has done something. If he can team up with Showore, like someone said, it will be a very strong 4D, and coupled with the celebrities who were also part of the NSAS at some point, like somebody said, some of them gave up. They left it to the common people and the whole thing was infiltrated. So what Peter Obi has just done is a good thing. It will give him more votes, more popularity based on integrity. If the United Kingdom government is supporting him, it's a good one. I'm sure the United Kingdom, they also know that they are guilty. They are the ones part of the manipulative forces in Nigerian politics. So if they are the ones trying to bring change, maybe they are tired of the killings, they are tired of the bloodletting on the newspapers on a daily basis. Kudos to them. I will not judge them. I leave them to God. So Peter Obi right now has set a template, has set the pace that our people in political arena should learn to be resigning. You will not die in that post. Even when things are not right, you want to sit down there. So as Peter Obi has resigned, I hope tomorrow or next week, our government in Edo State should also resign, because there is too much killing in Edo State. There is a lot of things that are not working. As for assembly, there are just 11 people. Commissioners are 11 out of 18. A lot of things are not working. If he can resign for someone else, no problem. We will love him too, since he cannot step on toes. So Peter Obi has set a pace that has never been done in Nigerian history. I'm a student of Nigerian history too and politics. I've never seen anybody resign in this reign at this presidential level, whether as a party man or as an aspirant or as a president. It has not happened. They don't resign. Some of them even die in that post. So this man is a complete gentleman. I hope other people will learn from this. The only person who came close was Jonathan Goodluck, when he said, my ambition is not what the blood of any Nigerian, when he forfeited, he concealed defeat, and he left the post for this wicked government, this wicked killer machine we have in Abuja. So this, him coming to resign from a party that is one of the power brokers in the country, is a clear signal that the guy is a man of integrity. Him, Mr. Sowore, I hope they can team up. Yes, I'm a fan of Wike. Wike has his own qualities. If Wike can also get it, it's okay, because he protected his own state. I cannot deny somebody I support, even if he's a corrupt man. But what I like in him is that he protected his own state, risking his own life at critical times during COVID-19, during Bonkri, even pushing the Fulani herdsmen back. He told them in Abuja, if you want war, I will give you war. Protect, send your people back away from my state. If you are coming to River State to stay, you are welcome. But if you are coming to make trouble, you have me to fight with. That's a leader. That's what I love about him. So he may be, you may hate him. He may have been demonized. He may not. Nobody is perfect. So it's not about him now. As for Peter Obi, I like his integrity. I hope other political gladiators can also emulate him. Politics is not do or die. It's about the people. The people are suffering. There's no electricity. There is no medical care. There is no education. Our children are all at home since about almost 3 to 4 months now. ASU is on strike. There's no water to drink. It's like a banana republic. Nothing is working. But the only thing that works in Nigeria is the ability of leaders to steal money, announce this money, and the money disappears into thin air. And we don't know how the money goes. And they do a few projects to distract us, and the looting continues. It's all from the presidential level down to the local government level, nationwide. They are all doing the same game, just as some are doing it more than some. So Peter Obi has sent a clear signal to everybody in every sphere of politics. You can resign when you feel suffocated. And I hope celebrities will queue behind him to try to support him. And I hope he can reach out to Sowore so they can team up. Sowore can be president, or he can be president. Any of them can be vice versa, so that they can rescue Nigeria from this quagmire, from this economical comatose that we find ourselves right now, where a naira to dollar is now almost 600 naira, where you cannot even buy a bag of rice again, let alone full bag of rice, where farmers can't go to farm, where citizens cannot travel on the road anymore, and they are citizens. So I just hope this is the beginning of a new, it's the beginning of a new beginning, like the dawning of a new day in our politics. And I see something good coming from the body language of this man who just quietly resigned, maturely, no fighting, there are no insults. I love him for that. So I really hope something good comes from it. And I hope he do not cross to this wicked party, this ruling party, APC, because politicians are not predictable. They're like weather. So I really hope he carries on with his integrity, and I hope that we can support him. And I want to appeal, please, if you are reaching out to people, once again, you don't reach out to them in condemnation. You reach out to them in love, encouragement, and information. And you try to say, you try to educate them on the risk of vote buying, vote selling, or is a chair, is a table. So you reach out to them in love, in trying to win them back. It's not easy, because it's not easy to be in Nigeria. And Nigeria is not a normal country. It's not normal to live in a country that is not normal. So I want to tell you that Peter Obi did well, and I'm looking forward to better things from him. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alex. To respond to one of your statement there on Governor Wike, yes, Governor Wike, a lot of Nigerians are also clamoring for him to, to emerge, but still, don't you think what happened to Peter Obina might also happen to Governor Wike? Because that's what I'm thinking. Because it looks like the money bags, like Atiku, is already paying his way now to suffocate others. I don't know.
Wike being a stubborn man, I like the toughness. He uses his toughness for positive things. Recently, for reasons best known to him, he sacked all his entourage. He has not given his reasons, but he's a man that knows what he wants. So I don't think they can suffocate him. He will cry out. He will cry out. That is why they are still they are careful trading with him. He's not perfect. He has his own problem. Maybe he doesn't know how to talk very well. He doesn't know how to address things so much. But look at his antecedent, for God's sake. How many governors?
Thank God you just said he doesn't know how to address things. Do you actually?
He may not. But there is no name one perfect leader. Even Obama today is being accused by Donald Trump government. Donald Trump is being accused. So the point is this. The point is this. Wike said, I will protect Nigeria again. He said, my name alone is enough to drive away these bandits. He said, my name alone is enough. He said, use your vote to make me a president and let me hear about banditry. So these are things I want to hear. Somebody that can bring sanity to the system. I'm not saying it's perfect. Probably Obi is better than him.
So you
talk
think
is cheap. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap.
You think that is the reason?
Look at what he has done in River State. Which talk is cheap? His talk is cheap in River State.
Hold on, Alice. You are just talking based on because you see what he's doing. Have you been to River State to interview?
Yes, people? I've been there last month, and I'm going there again.
What did you inquire from them? What
I saw my brother, the road networking I saw there is only compared to the ones in Europe.
Alice, River is not Nigeria, please.
Come on, man. We're talking because
don't talk out of hatred for somebody.
Are we talking out of hatred or we're talking for the betterment?
I see the body language. They are all presidential aspirants. Give them a fair hearing, a level playground.
So you are the one that is talking with the thing because you actually you have not heard from someone from River State giving their own statement. You can't.
I was there too. In Edo State, some people love our governor with what he's doing with the killings. People still love our governor.
What was the poll that you got? That okay? Let me see from
my poll. Listen to me. With the killing in Edo State, some people still praise our governor in Edo State. People will still hate Wike in the state. It's normal.
We're talking about absolute. What they mean by
I'm just giving you an example, my brother. Wike is also fit for the position. Wike, Sowore, and Peter Obi should be allowed to be a president. That's it. One of them, and they can team up too to work together and save us from this mess. I don't hate any of them. I love all of them, but I prefer Wike to Peter Obi and to Sowore. But any of them can be president.
Thank you. Before we move on, my people, before I choose someone else, I'm going to speak to Nigerian youth because, like Kashi said earlier on, that a lot of people are already clamoring for Peter Obi on social media, but at the end, many of them might not come on ground to vote for him. And number two, I also want to urge Nigerians all over the world, listen, if you collect 5,000 naira, collect rice, bag of beans or bag of rice or whatever, for your future, remember, now you and I go there inside. It's so unfortunate that some of us suffer for what we don't know anything about. Because now some of us and I collect money, all of us go come to suffer around together. Let's see what the Ghanaians did in their own country. Let's see this.
We need job, Lion, we need job. Job, no rice.
Okay.
No rice.
The network is
Job, not rice.
All right, my people, I have to stop that video right there because of the network, which is still affecting us since. So I'm happy that we can hear each other, but playing videos is a bit limited right now. Okay, you can see we need job, we don't need rice. So all the rice distributed to them, they refused all and packed them back into their vehicle. I wish Nigerians can say, okay, enough is enough. Just for example, Peter Obi have defected from PDP to wherever he's going, we don't know yet. That has not officially been confirmed. You know, Nigerians are supposed to come out this time to say, okay, we all have been crying for so long that PDP and APC are the problems that we are facing. Let's support Peter Obi wherever he goes. The Edo State did it before. If Edo State can do it, why can't Nigerians do it? Do the same thing? You know, we did it for Governor Obaseki. Nigerians have to wake up now and take a drastic action, you know, to dump PDP and APC. Let me move on to Tiobala. Tiobala, please. I hope you don't have noise on your background. Please talk to us. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Brian. Thank you so much for your good work.
Thank you.
It is regrettably lugubrious for PDP at this stage for them not to have been able to realize their mistakes. Over the years, we know what brought us to this era of this Buhari because of the way PDP handled the government at the presidential level. So people now resorted in voting for change. Now seeing change now, PDP refused to learn for their past mistakes. Now they are now allowing money over competency. So the movement of or the resignation of Peter Obi from PDP as one of the aspirants is highly commendable. And if you watch very well, PDP failed to realize that Peter Obi is a very strong candidate. Though he's a weak aspirant in the sense that he might not have money to buy the delegate. He might not have money to, and he does not have most of all these states in terms of delegates in his own hand. So, and imagine sharing $10,000 or $20,000 to delegate, which he don't want to do. That makes him a very weak aspirant, but a very strong candidate. And you need a strong candidate to win any election. PDP failed to realize that, and that now have caused them a lot. I must be sure with you that PDP might likely definitely will lose this election because I don't see anybody that's going to vote for them, based on what they are doing right now. Like what Kachi earlier said, that the resignation of Peter Obi have actually exposed some corrupt activity that PDP is also doing at the moment right now. I don't really have much to say. I just want to commend Peter Obi. I also appeal to every Nigerian to go and get their PVC and follow this man because he mean well for the country Nigeria. He said he want to see Nigeria working again. He's not desperate to be president. So that is just what I see there. And we don't need to argue over Wike or Peter Obi or others. All we just have to do right now is what would be beneficial to every Nigerians.
Exactly.
Because we are all suffering from this bad governance and all that. Please.
Yes.
That's all. I have
so, now God will bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All. I really do appreciate that. You know, we all should clamor how we can smile again in this country. You know, since the creation of Nigeria, Nigerians have never smiled when it comes to government. These people have been recycling themselves. They are the same people that have been ruling us since the creation of the country. You know, I'm tired. If you guys are not tired, I'm tired of these names. Their names, their faces, you know, the name of their parties. You know, I'm just tired. Let's move on to the next person and hear from Mr. T. Mr. T, please talk to us. Good afternoon to you once again. Okay, Mr. T, hold on. Before I come back to you again, Mr. T, we have a caller right here. Hello, Bright Asamota, please talk to us. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Nigeria Watch. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother. Talk to us.
Okay, good afternoon, Nigeria Watch. Good afternoon, my panelist and my fellow friends. I just want to contribute just a bit more.
Please be audible, be audible. Yeah, you are a bit far away from your speaker.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to, firstly, I want to comment some of the opinion my brother Alex was alive program. Though my brother was not in accordance with some of his, contribution. I could understand, but we have to look at it. We have to look at it this way.
You have noise that is distracting your voice, please. There's noise on your background. Hello? Hello, Bright, can you hear me? Bright, we are struggling with your network. Please call us back. You are not even hearing me say. We are struggling. We can't hear anything at all that you're saying. Please. Hello, Bright. There's so much noise coming on your background and your voice is far away. I don't know. You don't used to be like this.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, it's better. Talk to us.
Okay. What I was trying to say, I agree with more of the points my brother Alex was, contributing as regard Wiki and, some of the files. He was not trying to say the man was a perfect person. Sometimes you have to look at what you have to get what you want.
Yeah.
In Nigerian situation is now we are in a desperate situation. So we have to use desperate measures to tackle it.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue of Peter Obi resigning from PDP is a good one. And the only thing I see is that at this time he has to make alliance with a very good party and has to really put himself out there to inform the people of what they will benefit if they put him as the president of Nigeria. I also heard some contribution from people saying celebrities should be contacted, they should be at the forefront. That is a very good point. But we should know that the Nigerian system is a system where the politicians are praising all those actions that are supposed to speak for the people. Many of these celebrities you see today that comes abroad are being sponsored by our politicians. And so they cannot really do anything to speak for the people, to put the people as their interest. Because at the end of the day, some of them might find themselves not being able to come abroad for their shows and their gigs. So that is what is really going on. You see them quiet in some issues that they're supposed to speak. So my only advice for Peter Obi is, as he has done this, he should try to put in people that he can form a better cabinet with it. Like somebody said that it's not about being the president. You need the House of Rep and all those other people, like he said. Those things are going to be important because you cannot just be the president when you want to do something and they vote against what you are supposed to do. Then it seems your government useless as well. So he needs, and now there is still time for him to start structuring on people he needs that he will use to build if he has to really, be there for us. So that is my little contribution.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
I hope he gets there. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. God bless you. Have a blessed day, my brother. All right, let's move on. To I think Mr. Joseph Sunday. Please, do you have anything to contribute to what our brother Bright just said? Bright Asemota just said earlier on, and tell us your whole view on Peter Obi defecting out of PDP.
Good afternoon to everybody. I thank you people for being here to talk about our country, Nigeria. Peter Obi decamping from PDP or dumping the PDP, as the case may be, it's not a surprise to me as a person. I expect more of this from the APC also. We are just watching. We, as the spectator, it might be a plus to us, but to the PDP, they don't see it as major problem. In politics, what counts is this. I would have advised as a person that Peter Obi with Showori, if at all they want to merge together to form a force, they would have find a place and sponsor one state to make sure in that state they win as a governor. Even then, if they cannot go there as a candidate or as a person that want to be the governor, let them sponsor one governor from their party to make sure they win one state and hold up to one state. Because let me give you, for example, if Wike have left PDP, as Peter Obi left PDP now, for example, PDP would have felt it as a big pain, as a big loss to them, rather than Peter Obi leaving. Because in a politics, the governor, whether you like it or not, their presence count a lot in a political party. When any party have a governor, they have the structure of that state. They have what it takes to win that state as a governor. Charity begins at home. Even though if anybody wants to be a president or he eventually become the president of Nigeria, and he don't have any House of Rep member, he don't have any Senate member, that person will still suffer and we will still be in the same position that we are now. We will not go anywhere because we are not in military regime where the president can just give order, and the order will just be working. No, this is a democracy where things go through legislation angle. You understand? Now, nobody, as I've earlier said, will just be a president and solve the problem of Nigeria without the legislative angle of the country. Even though Wike become the president of Nigeria, as I've earlier said, that talk is cheap. Why did I say talk is cheap? I am not trying to downplay Wike or bring him down. Wike is a very vibrant and a loud person that I respect so much in the South region. But that does not mean that what Wike is doing is sad, can be extended to the north, in the sense that the problem we have in Nigeria does not require just force to solve the insecurity. It requires negotiation and force. Some persons who are promoting this insecurity, some group who are agitating, they don't have reason of their agitation. Such persons need to be forcefully removed from the country with the military power. But those that have reason for their agitation, like the ESN, like the Oduduwa Republic, these people have reason for their avocation. This person can be negotiated with, not forced. As Wike have earlier said, that if he's a governor, or a president, let him hear about anybody who will talk about Boko Haram or this and this or this insecurity or that. No, it does not just go that way. You need somebody who can match negotiation with force, not somebody who can just deal with force alone. That is why I said talk is cheap, because it does not really take just education alone to rule Nigeria as a president. It takes all angle of human life, the ability to tolerate, the ability to accommodate, and also it takes the ability of madness, as Wike have said. We need, even as former President Obasanjo have said, we need a mad person to be our president. Yes, of course, not just mad, but that person must have ability to tolerate, to negotiate, to accommodate. That is where we can solve the insecurity of Nigeria, because the avocation of all groups are not the same. So I urge Peter Obi, whatever group he wants to join now, or whatever party he wants to join, it cannot be made a presidential aspirant or a presidential candidate of that group. We have passed that level now. Let it join force with whatever group he wants to join or whatever political party to make sure they have a state. Even though if not then as person being that governor of that state, let them finance with their own resources. Join hands together with Omoyele Sowore and finance somebody. If they have a state, the story will change. The talk will change. Their vote will change. They will have hold of structure of some states. People will like to join them. Some states that they have not getting hold of, we like to join them. They will be expanding. That is how they can expand. Not just saying, I want to be president of Nigeria. It is very difficult because structure matters. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joseph Sunday, for that wonderful contribution. I guess everybody have contributed today. We need to round up because I don't want us to be here for so long. I'm going to give 1 minute now, round up again, just 1 minute, and let's round up on this one. I'm moving on now to Manon Bendel. Manon Bendel, please, just 1 minute to tell us what's the solution. What do you expect Nigerians to do at this particular time?
Yeah, good afternoon. 1 minute is very short because I didn't contribute at all. But anyway, let me just.
Okay, no, okay. I told you I've contributed to this. Oh, you contributed to Obaseki's own. Okay, talk to us in 4 minutes.
Okay. The thing is this. I will look at it from the short and long term. First, I want to say good to Obi's action for resigning. The clear signals that it was no longer good for him, so he had to move out. My suggestion for him is this: he should look for a party that has structure nationwide and find how he can get the leadership of that party and get himself running with them. I mean, he will sell, I think. And I can recommend the party right now, the Labour Party of Nigeria. He should go there and sit with them. There's a lot going on because his mantra resonates with Labour completely. He is talking about creating jobs and turning Nigeria from a consuming nation to a production or exporting country nation. And he has trade in his DNA, so it's not something he's far from. But to be very honest with you, looking long term, I think here on this platform, so many months ago, we already discussed some of these things. We even mentioned that we will try to do something like have a political party. That is the answer. This idea of running from pillar to post, APC to PDP and PDP to APC and nothing else in Nigeria, the only way to break that circle is to have a formidable political party, one that does not take anything below par. How do I mean? If you set a good standard, it will be clear from the beginning that you are going somewhere. So you will only attract the best, and only the best will sail under that umbrella. So I am challenging you now, Mr. Evis, Ediking, and everybody listening to this broadcast, that this group is big enough to become a political party. We just have to find out how to go about it. And thank God you had a very wonderful man on this platform sometime, is it a week or 2 weeks ago? The person of the Sun, I've forgotten his name now. So if you can sit with him and discuss this, that Ozekome, yes, sir. Look, sir, we are tired of this nonsense going on. We know you are a good Nigerian, you are a good man. How does this work? You are a constitutional lawyer. We want two solid political parties rooted from the youths, rooted for the youths in Nigeria. So from there, he can guide you on how to go about it. So the others is just how to sell it to the Nigerian youths so that This time, in 4 years' time or in 8 years' time, we will be talking in real terms, not begging to go to one party or go to the other party or jumping from APC to PDP. So we still have to go back to starting a political party focused on the youths of Nigeria because they are the majority, and selling that party and its manifesto very well and very hard nationwide. That's my position. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. All this you just said is possible, but if we all are united, it's a very, very brilliant suggestion. To be honest, I'm up for it. But the unity, the unism spirit is what.
My brother, let me just talk about what you just raised. You see, you have to start something before you know whether it will fly or not.
Okay.
It's just like this. The land grabbing thing. There was a time it looked like it was not going to fly, but just today we discussed it. The governor himself is now declaring war. He used WAR. That's a big word. So it's not that you will get the result as you want it or when you want it, but it's persistence, clarity, especially communication, how you communicate. You see, the Nigerian youths, the problem they have is that they believe easily, you see? So when you're able to also feed them with the quality information that they need, they will take a stand against this nonsense going on. Nigerians are dying. They are dying. In fact, somebody just came back from Nigeria 2 days ago. I met him this morning. He said, oh boy, not be Nigeria when you think Nigeria don't finish. So for me, it's a strong statement. If the people there can see that Nigeria don't finish, somebody came from the outside to see. He was able to measure, and he said, oh boy, that country don't finish. So we have to wake them up. We have to wake them up. That's all I can say. Thank you, man.
Thank you once again, my brother. Thank you. All right, my people, I'll move on now to Alex. Mr. Alex, only 1 minute, please. 1 minute. What do you expect from the yes?
Yeah, conclusion, I totally agree with the last speaker about us forming a party. A political party can be defined as a group of people with common interests with the sole purpose of acquiring power for the development of the city's reign. That's it. Well, because of the wickedness of parties over the time, we are scared of political parties because of what we have seen. It's not complicated at all. Some of us on this platform are experts, are educated in these things. So we are just waiting for the right signals so we can start preparing the right documents. Thank God we have a son who we can access easily because he voluntarily said he's at our service or when we need him, who is going to guide us in terms of the law. So it's not, I mean, people from Action Group, people from this PDP, formerly NROC, SDP, so we can also do our own. It may not fly from the beginning, but it's a slow process and it's going to fly at some point because honesty, you cannot hide the truth forever. At some point, the truth will show up. Jesus was buried for 3 days, but on the last day he rose up, and today he's still alive. So he's the truth. So as I conclude, I want to say that the youth should not be discouraged. I understand the problems, I understand the situation, the massive hunger and poverty, unemployment, insecurity. We can still have a better Nigeria with the youth getting their PVC and trying to vote for the right person. So Mr. Evis, please think about us forming an association that will metamorphose into a party. It's very easy. It's our right. We can do it. Even if we just 10 people, 10 determined people, we can start from there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Go back to Joseph Sunday to use this 1 minute so we can round up.
Thank you very much, sir. As I've earlier said, Nigeria, our problem is not about who will become the president. Because if eventually that person become a president, it cannot stop anybody from coming to the party. That is according to the Constitution of Nigeria. You can't stop anybody from associating with your party. They will come. These rotten eggs will still come. They will destroy the party because they are good for nothing people. What I think is the way for Nigeria to move forward. It's not about restructuring or whatever you call it, or what's it called, a revolution or that. Nine. This is not our problem. Our problem is our constitution. If our constitution is right, every other thing will follow. Just like the structure of Europe, America, and all the other Western countries, understand? When the constitution is firm, every other person or every other institution will fall into the straight line. That is our problem. If our constitution cannot be amended, or even not even amending, cannot be removed and be replaced, this problem will continue persisting. That is my own contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you very much for your time with us. I can see Vivian the Rose. Thank you very much for that wonderful gift. And God bless you, madam. Thanks for your continued support to us. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Nigeria Watch family, we always have a dollar sign on the particular place where you are commenting from. You know, if, for example, Nigeria Watch family are giving us $1 every time here or every week, I don't know, let's say every week $1, just okay. Now $4 I'm going to give Nigeria Watch a month, you know, that will be enough for me to pay my staff. You know, I pay them, they don't work for me for free. So like what Vivian the Rose just did right now is a blessing to me. Please, guys, if you're on the comment section, help me to thank her. Thank you very much, my panelists, for your wonderful contributions always on this platform. We all are learning from each other. Like I've always said before, when my panelists are talking, I learn from them as well. I jot things down, I bullet point a lot of things down, you know, to practice, you know, so that it can enable me to use it tomorrow as well. As long as we live, we're breathing, we all are learning. So that's why I'm so happy that God used me to create this wonderful platform where I'm not even learning from a lot of people. You know, I want to go to the comment section. I appreciate every one of you on the comment section. Thank you very much for your time. And God bless you now, because some people are there in the comment section, they are consecrated no matter what, even though it comes out, you know, 10 times a day, they are here with us 10 times a day. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, for your continued support. If I'm here 1 million times, my mother is with me here. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Now God bless you now. Ejina Ken is just joining us right now, but we are rounding up. Ejina Ken, you don't have anything to say because we are rounding up. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good morning. I just woke up and I saw what was going on. I want to thank you. I want to congratulate everyone. You guys spoke well. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. But we don't mind giving you 2 minutes to contribute. As Governor Obaseki declared war against land grabbers in Edo State yesterday. I watched the video back later on. And why Peter Obi
that 2 minutes, I want to dedicate 1.5 minutes to our Lord Jesus Christ. He's our reigning King. He's our reigning King, reigning over nation Nigeria. He's a reigning King, no matter what the devil might do. Thank God that the man just woke up from his slumber, and the spirit of Nigeria Watch have tormented him so badly, and he decided to act. You know, he has to be an actual governor. That is what we expected him to do. You know, and you know this is a mercy after death. You know what I mean? This is a mercy after death. You know, if I were him, everyone that have lost their property to these land grabbers, I will set up a conference for them that I myself, as a governor, will be there to take a note file from every one of them. And I'll make sure every land that they have lost to these people in any way that they will get it back. You know, if it's not possible, I will make sure that I give them back from the government land. Then those people that sold their land, those people that perpetrate this act of evil, I'll make sure they face the wrath of law, even though if that person is my own biological father. I will use him to start as an example. I see Obaseki entering vice president, entering Senate, going bigger in life. He's a smart dude. But we have a proverb in Benin that Owa Akariyomie, meaning that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you see is your house. And as a masquerade, before you can go outside and start performing for people to give you money, you have to start from your home. So if you cannot fix his home, how can you now fix Nigeria? How can you now be a leader, not a politician? So it is difficult. So this is what he's supposed to do for the past 6 years. And you only have 2 years to go. This to me, I look at it. To me, the way I see it, I don't trust it. I look at it as a BS, and I look at it as another political quagmire, a political jamboree. And that's the way I look at it. Just to make noise, then the next thing is out of there. That's just what I'm seeing in it. Thank you guys.
All right, Engineer Ken, our second topic today is that Peter Obi have dumped PDP. It is moving to another party, which I'm not sure yet. There's speculation going on that he's going for the Labour Party, he's going for different, but he have done PDP. Obviously, he's not going to APC. So what's your take on this?
Let it come to Nigeria Watch. We are creating our own political but Peter Obi said one thing the other day, that it is not desperate, to be a president, but it's desperate to make Nigeria work. Yes. So what I'm seeing in this is desperation.
Okay.
That's what I say in it. It's desperation. That means he doesn't trust himself in PDP. So it's desperation. So why is it desperate? That's a question. Why is it desperate? What is he looking for? PDP did not kick him out yet. So he's supposed to face it and let's see. So these guys, man, they're politicians, they are game players. He's not ready. The drum is just beating here, and the deal is not done yet. And why are you running out from a PDP? This is the party that you have been all the way, and you're running out from it to another party. So, and you utter a word that you are not desperate. This is desperado. He's desperate, and it doesn't mean well for the country.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a caller here. Diaspora Vice, please talk to us. We are rounding up now.
Please, I would like to contribute to Nigeria. It's not desperation. Don't say desperation. Calculate another 8 years away from our age. If we give these old folks the chance, calculate, because they will definitely come and do 8 years. Minus it from our age. We need to start fixing things now. And for me, I don't look at his action as desperation. If he's not speaking out now, when will he speak? When he's 60-something or when he's 70? These guys are just recruiting themselves. Then, please, I would like to contribute for Obaseki's issue, that land grabbing. See, Mr. Nigeria Watch, you cannot take food out of people's mouths and you don't give them another avenue of making something tangible. Can you hear me?
Of course.
You can, like this land grabbing issue, it has been resolved before. Okay. What was the problem? Those CDEs that were left out, they never had any avenue of income. So what did they do? They recruited themselves as Oe, as Okaele, on its own. Why don't Obaseki follow Oshomole's style, neighborhood watch? Those people put the security of that environment in their doing something, you just hit the nail on the head. Not you doing it, you want to stop this criminality and born another criminality that's going to grow up. That's what's going to happen.
All right. Thank you, my brother.
So let's deliberate on this, because these are solutions. If the securities of those environment, those who are me, you place all those say, okay, this is your city. If anything happens in this anything I hear in this your city, the environment, this your community, I'm coming to pick you up. People take them stipends.
All right.
It's a solution. It might not be big, but at least something that will be able for them to feed their family, because these people, they are family men. And another thing, most of these people have businesses. It's just greed.
Thank you.
Like most of these people, they have hotels across Benin City. Am I lying? I'm not lying. It's a fact. They have beer parlors everywhere. Their wives have beer parlors everywhere. We know them.
Hotels everywhere. They have hotels.
Yeah, they have beer parlors. They have the big stuff in the town. How can you really, you feel these people, Obaseki will be able to jail any of those people? I still doubt it. The only solution, put the security of the environment in their hand. Any land grabbing issue I hear, after solving these ones on the ground, I'm coming to pick you. And anybody that is displaced, the community must look for a way to compensate that person, even if it's not actually that.
Thank you, my brother. We need to round up now. Thank you so much, Viral Vibes. Thank you. We'll be coming back again this evening with another topic. God bless you, my brother. Yeah. All right, Naija Watch family, I appreciate every one of you. Like I said before, Kashi will be coming back again later on this evening. So we beg you all to support her, like you have always done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can see Grace Omo is just joining us now. Grace Omo, I think you came late, but we welcome you to the platform. My panelists, now God bless all of you. I appreciate every one of you. I will say, make now take care. Kashi will be coming back again later on. Please, let's endeavor to support and join her. Please share this broadcast. If it's your first time here on this platform, please subscribe to our channel, Naija Watch, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I'm here or any member of my team. I appreciate every one of you. Please like this broadcast. Take care and God bless you all.
I